Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Amira Farhida, and right now I'm going to share with you guys about how the act of conserving our own historical buildings so that Malaysians ourselves respect and appreciate our own national heritage itself. Visitors are particularly like and very keen to visit our historical buildings such as Ifamosa, Hang Tuah Footprints, Sultan Abdul Samad's building, and then um, Pudu Prison, and many more. So therefore, as the attraction of these foreign tourists, historical buildings must be preserved and must be conserved as well. As we all know, tourists are very keen and so interested to visit our heritage buildings so that renovation also can be made to this historic building by making them as a museum building so it can reveal a certain story in it. For example, like Kedah Royal Museum, which captures and displays the history of strings, Huruf Kedah State, which was formerly the old Kedah Palace, which is bangunan Istana Lama Kedah, and it can be seen like as a guide for the younger generation through this beauty of architecture. Furthermore, administrative buildings can be made from these historical buildings also. For example, like the Sultan Abdul Samad building in Kuala Lumpur that was once made as a court. With such a move, the cost of a new construction can be reduced by the several parties and become the pride and landmark for the people who have dealt with it. In addition, the Sultan Abdul Samad building is a landmark of Kuala Lumpur and it is the pride of all Malaysians. Hence, the care centers and welfare homes can also be made from these historic buildings. Welfare bodies need not welfare bodies don't need to build a new building or even rent for another premises. The historic building can be modified by them according to the need without demolishing and dismantling the historical building. With this, the needy and unprivileged people get a defense. Additionally, if the building still can be used, the historic building can be used as a business center. Customers will be easy and more interested in building in historical buildings, and traders also can feel the unique and differentiated for another type of business company in it. Historical buildings are also very important for the film industry in commercializing and raising Malaysia's name globally. This is because a movie depends heavily on the background of the place and its location. So, historic buildings should be used if a movie is conceptualized or themed by the historical events. For example, like Jackie Chan, which plays in the movie of Police Story 3, which is the background of the train and federal courts of Malaysia. So it's clear here that there are overseas film companies running films in Malaysia. In the end, Malaysians respect and appreciate their own national heritage, and at the same time, it can be introduced in the worldwide and stand tall with other countries and developed countries also. Moreover, historical buildings also have a high artistic value and important artistic value in it. You know, the subtle architecture of the nation's cultural heritage can be seen carefully in historical buildings. The creativity, the subtlety of our nation's architecture in the past can be appreciated by all of us. the closest example that I can give here is the unique and beautiful carvings of the traditional Malay wooden walls in Malaysia. You know, the vast majority of colonizers colonized and occupied a state that greatly influenced an architectural and artistic value of a building. For example, like Istana Seri Menanti, that influenced by the Minangkabau people. So, a good care should be given to this historic building in order to make Malaysians respect and appreciate their own national heritage. Research materials can also be made through this historic building. For those who are interested in history, especially for the historians, this is very important to them. This is because the history that happened in Tanah Melayu before independence was achieved can be proven by historical evidence. For example, the arrival of Portuguese rule in our country, which is not a fairy tale or a mythical story, but it is a true story that really goes on. You know, this can be proved when the Eva Mosa building was erected during the Tiga Segi War, which contributed by the Aceh, Johor and Malacca. Obviously, the Eva Mosa building can still be seen and stood up its guards until today. So, in conclusion, benefits can still be derived from the existence and conservation of these historic buildings. It is the part of Malaysia's heritage and valuable heroes and former people. Of course, the ringgit cannot be even replaced, even historical remains. So many stories are revealed in them that cannot be described in historical books. By all means, in retention and for the conservation of historical buildings in Malaysia, all parties should work together and cooperate with one another so that we can inspire Malaysians through further generation to develop a sense of respect and appreciation for their own national heritage.